Hey, Coach, I just want to cover some of the schemes that I really need to have to establish a power running game. Okay. Again, I'm not dictating to you, but these are things that I really need to have in place out of the different looks. Okay. When we come out, without talking too much about yo and the formations, which we'll come to that and we'll pick that up. I really need these kinds of looks, Coach. This look, come down into this, okay, for this look, okay, this power concept, that look right there, okay. We want to try to avoid always putting them off as a wing too far out, due to the fact we don't want to drop that eighth guy down into the box, but leave him, we call this, Bama calls that Indian formation, where the H is up underneath, sort of hidden. Okay, that's for our power gap scheme look. Also, that's really the foundational play. That's really my favorite play on how to establish a power running game is this look right here. Okay, I don't care how they are in the backfield. I mean I do. I like, pistol works, obviously one back, but that look right here, he's the key. Okay, that's what we're trying to go for right here. We work on this in practice. Kick out, kick out, kick out, kick out, kick out. Okay, gap down, gap down. Remember, anything greater than 5 technique, Y goes out. Okay. From there, the reason I like this position so much is because we can run our blast beautifully out of this. Okay, by not putting H too far out, like in the stretch look. Okay, you're going to avoid having that eighth man come down 50% of the time, but you get a cleaner funnel on the backside. Okay, so when we come down on that one tech, there's our end kick out. We get that kind of look going right there. That's a beautiful look for our counter. Okay. Obviously, one of the great things of being 12 personnel is the fact that we can have a Y and an H on both sides, which now we can stretch this way, easy. Okay. So typically when we take H, move them down over here, we get that eighth guy or that strong safety or rover, whatever you want to call him, that comes down into the box. Okay, I like overpowering it. Some defenses won't adjust. Andy looks like he's a guy that has coached that very well. His corners and how his safeties drop, they're well coached right there, and they do a good job of getting these backers and mics overflowing and hitting the spaces between the zone scheme. Seems like he knows what's going on. So that's another look that we need out of 12 personnel. And then that's about it. We've got the power side showing here. We've got the stretch concept. We've got the power. We got the counter. We can also run blast out of this, Coach. When they do bring that eighth man down and they shift, we can funnel back this way. Guard kicks out end. I love that. It's the same concept as H being here for blast. Okay. Got to have that. Add this same 12 personnel. Tell H, get as wide as he can. Crack. Z, crack. Okay. Rule is gap, gap, gap. H and Z, first guy inside the left nostril. If H and Z is on the left, first guy inside right nostril. That's it. We'll go ahead and cover that in film. Rep it out, rep it out, rep it out, rep it out. They'll have it down. Okay. That's pretty much it when we talk about that. So in review, we had this look, this look as well for our inside zone weak to the one tech, okay, and then also 12. So if you think about it, all 4 of those positions, running power, counter, 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 inside zone weak. We can even crack concept this way, crack concept that way. There's a lot going on there. Now, from that concept, I'm only really looking at 2 things right here, Coach. Bread and butter, okay? Love this. Since you love this spread pistol stuff, I'm gonna give you the best look out of it, Coach, because this is what everybody's doing right here. Okay? Everybody's in this. Q, F. There you go. Okay? I'm not a big fan of this, Coach. I'm not a big fan of that because essentially this is really the defense can dictate. This H is too far back. Defense can slam the box and really cause havoc. I like them out here in what we talked about, a bull concept. Because now whenever we call power, H knows, like you said, kick out, okay? He funnels on blast, okay? We can, we've got a guy here, we won't even number him, a guy here. Send some kind of jet sweep, Q blast, okay? You can put the H out here for crack concept on the fly. We can send him over here for inside zone weak. That's the basic concept to that, coach. So out of these, I would call these the bread and butter formations. I would say this, I would not jump to 3x1 sets simply because the run game failed. If we line up into this from press box, okay, and we start off in 12 and get over here, if we notice, and I'm going to see it, if we go from 2 safeties high to 1 safety high, okay, that means dollars coming down every time, okay? If we start to see this, then we don't want to run this stretch this way. We don't. That's just bad juju. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to come down and we want to keep them in that 2 safety high look. So, you know, coming out right from the get-go, just right into this, okay? Or right into this for the inside zone. I can guarantee you that when you come out with Y right, you're going to have this, okay? If you're going to have this number scheme, there it is. It's the easiest play in football. There it is. There's our inside zone. Or you can call it an ISO. Same concept. That is a great play when the defense goes 2 safety high with 7-man box to the Y side. So that's kind of foundational principles. I mean, I feel pretty confident with my teaching progressions and the way I educate the kids, the way I put the reps in, the way we get our EDDs pushed in with Coach Bruce, and the way we implement our schemes, that this, I'm going to tell you right now, this play, inside zone weak, and actually wide zone weak, where we go 0-1-2, and everybody picks a man, is going to be a much sweeter play than running wide zone strong. A lot of coaches don't know this, okay? You have a lot of room for error when you run wide zone to the 3 technique. When we run wide zone to the 3 technique, okay, especially with this, stretch is tough from here. Everybody knows you're going there. You're telling the defense, hey, you're going this way. They bring dollar in the box. It's tough. Sam ends up hitting a gap somewhere in there. Zone blocking's tough to teach. Okay, it just is. And you get some kind of guy in the backfield breaking up the play. Okay, usually when you show, okay, this look, okay, the defense sees H, but they still, defenses are taught strong side, weak side, okay? They don't really pick up on this H right there. They don't consider that 12 personnel, okay? They consider that strong side, weak side, right? So what you're going to get 90% of the time is a 1 technique to the backside shade of the guard, I'm center, or a 2-eye technique in the A gap to the inside shoulder of the guard. Either way, I don't care. It could be there or there. But that's the gist. We're getting this, and this look, okay? So if you look at this, and they stay in this because defenses are taught why strong, split end weak, and we're in this kind of look, okay? We got 1 extra blocker to the point of attack. Okay, so we've got 0, 1, 2, 3. Hey, that's wide zone. Okay? That's a nice play. Now, we don't have to do that. Okay? We can go right up here. 0, 1, 2, boom, and he's got 3, whoever that is. It's going to end up being one of the safeties. Okay? So, bread and butter plays, coach. Gotta have them. Gotta have them. If I had to reduce it even smaller, I'd say, coach, I gotta have this. I gotta have this right here. All right? I gotta have this. And I gotta have this. And for truck concept, I gotta have that. Okay? Those are critical, right? Counter, power, truck, inside zone. And if we want to throw it in again, we got stretch both sides. Okay? Typically, when you keep the 12 personnel, they'll leave the 2 safeties high, and you can kill them all day on the run. This formation, and then again, just because I don't like Auburn because I'm a Bama fan, right? We're gonna call it Ole Miss, because, and with all due respect, they did beat Alabama last year, right? Counter, power, right? Inside zone weak, truck concept, beautiful. Beautiful stuff. All right, Coach, those are just basically the I gotta have foundational run stuff that we really need to be working on every day in practice. EDDs, getting after it. We line up in those things, we rep it out. I'm telling you right now, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful game film.